Well, it looks like it's the clutch. So the clutch went out. And they're saying it won't be until Tuesday or Wednesday. Today's Friday. So Tuesday or Wednesday before they even get to it. Now, this is what came out so far. You got the little spring and that. That's part of it. So I'm trying to see if I could hitch a ride from here to Utah or California, because I can't sit here that long. It's not gonna work out. And even if I do sit here this long, I'm going to be sitting in this truck. Because if they're not going to pull it in until Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not sitting in the motel room spending all that money just to sit that I don't have. So I'm on hold with maintenance to see what they're getting from this dealer, because the people are kind of offish with me right now. They're not really saying much besides, oh well, won't be until Tuesday or Wednesday when we get to it. Not telling me how much it's going to cost, unless they're still looking for the parts, but right now nothing. So I have the company calling them to see what they're telling them. Alright everybody, as you can see, I'm still in my truck. Today's the 27th. I left the house on the 22nd, picked up my load on the 22nd, got 30 miles out of Flagstaff, which my load was going to Cheyenne. Shut down an on-ramp. Excuse me. Started my clock about 11 o'clock. I drove about 3.5 hours, and then, of course, as you see, my tire blew on the 23rd. That took all day. I was in the middle of nowhere. It took 3 hours for someone to come out. Drove 2 more hours after the tire got fixed. Shut down. I was an hour away from the 70. Shut down. Started my clock about 11 o'clock again. And took off. I drove to Grand Junction, Colorado, where I'm at. But I stopped at the truck stop, as you've seen. Did my 30, blah, blah, blah. Drove 26 minutes up the road, and then my brake canister goes out. Luckily, I was able to get through the tunnel and then pull off. Had someone come out, fix a brake canister. Right before the brake canister went out, I was going to try to move the truck forward. The transmission shit came on. Didn't want to go in gear, nothing. So I was like, oh, it's not a big deal. Let it reset, blah, blah, blah. It'll be good to go. He changed the brake canister, and then the only reason why I didn't drive back down this way to get it fixed, I couldn't find my vice grips to clamp the air line down. That way I could clamp the air line down and then release that brake canister for the brakes, and then get back, turn around, and drive back. That way I didn't have to pay for the on-road maintenance. But that didn't work out. So once he fixed the brake canister, I should have made it to my delivery on time. I was going to do an 8-2 split. Well, that didn't work out because it took me all the way up until 4 o'clock trying to get my truck to go in gear. My truck wouldn't go in gear. And I just said, fuck it. Called a mechanic, or not mechanic, called maintenance, on-road maintenance. I put in my macro 22 running late, all that stuff. So The next day, which was the 25th, I just had a tow truck come pick me up. And they had sent out 2 trucks, one for me and one for the trailer. They're gonna have a guy come pick up the trailer, but they said it was unsafe, so they brought out a truck for the trailer and then a truck for me. That way I didn't pay for the truck being towed and the trailer being towed, because even if one truck comes and gets you, they charge you for the truck in the trailer. So it's same price for either or, and that would have been like over $1,000 tow bill, which luckily just for me having to just get my truck towed, it was only like $640 or something like that, which is a lot better than usual. I put out $2,000 before, so. But this time I didn't pay for their trailer to get towed. But anyways, get here, I sat the rest of that day, and then the 26th, which was yesterday, came knocking on my door because I slept in my truck. He checked it, hooked it up to the computer and everything. It said that transmission, blah blah blah, not engaged, clutch not engaging or whatnot. So he crawled up under there, and there's a little cover that they could unscrew to look inside the clutch and transmission area. And as soon as he opened it, apparently there's pieces that came falling down. So he looked and was like, that's your clutch. So my clutch is out. Now, yesterday I have already started calling, dealing with whatever I could do, and figuring out where I could go and what I could do on trying to get from here to Utah or here to California or something. And I talked to the dispatch and say, you got somebody coming through this way going west that's going to Cali or going to Utah? Well, I was going to go to Cali, but since I'm not able to drive, I wouldn't be in Cali until Monday. And my truck won't be ready, or they won't get to my truck until Wednesday. So I just said, screw it. I'll deal with the Freightliner that they have in Utah and at least do 1 or 2 loads while my truck is in the shop. And right now I'm waiting for the driver that's coming to get me. He should have been here earlier, but he was waiting on another driver to bring the load that he was picking up to take to Utah. And the driver that brought him the load took like an extra hour to 2 hours to get there. When he called me this morning, he says, well, the driver is 1 hour out and I'm gonna be a little bit behind, which can't complain. Well, he became like 2 hours. It took him like 2 to 3 hours before he even got the load. But he just called me. He's like 30 minutes away. It is 5:30 right now on the 27th, and he's gonna take his 30-minute break when he gets here, and then we're gonna go from there. He should have enough hours on his clock to get to Utah. I don't see why he shouldn't have enough hours on his clock to get to Utah. But once I get to Utah, I could try to get in that truck, and then in the morning try to get a load and go from there. But with all that said and done, I was able to cover the canister, the tow bill, and then I had that airbag that they just hit me with. So all that's covered. I already have that paid out. Now, the clutch part, depending on if they have to replace a part or not, I have about a portion or about half of what it's going to cost to get it repaired. But for me sitting here until Wednesday, my truck probably won't be ready until Thursday. So I'm just going to hope, see. I'm going to get some miles in and then go from there. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I got my shower bag ready. I got a blanket, a set of clothes, and that's pretty much all I'm taking. So yeah, see you guys shortly. they're closed today, or they're closed right now. So I ran in and gave them the key to the truck. That way they have it, and I got my spare key to the truck. And they're not sure. He says it's a 12-hour job for that clutch. He goes, it's pretty simple. It's not that complicated. It doesn't take long. But he goes, it takes about 12 hours. I'm like, okay, whatever. So the driver should be here shortly, and I've got my stuff ready. I got my bag and my boots down there, and we're gonna go from there. So as you can see, this piece fell out, and there is this little spring that ended up coming out, and yeah. So when you look under there, it looks like a whole bunch of grease and stuff, little chunks or whatnot, but I don't know if I can get under here. I think it took a cover off up there. It's hard to see on this side, but yeah. And took the step off to get under there, which this whole thing I had to you have to take off just to get to the batteries. This actually sits right here, right there. So I made it to the West Valley terminal. Right now I'm at the gate, sitting in the passenger seat of the driver that picked me up, and now all I gotta do is see if I can find that truck. Hopefully the key's in it, and then throw my stuff in there. Hopefully there's a mattress in there, and wait until morning. It is, what time is it? It is 12 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Arizona time. So hopefully get in there tonight, get situated, and then talk to my dispatch and hopefully get a load and get moving tomorrow. So we'll see. All right, everybody, we're in this truck. It is the next day. Try to get a different one, but I couldn't find the one that she said that was here, which is whatever. But all right, look at this thing. Look at all the dust, dirt. Look at the floors. These are my wipes. Just look at it. It's not bad, but damn. Look up here. It's like, what the hell? Like, the sodas are mine, the phone is mine, that thing isn't mine. But yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm glad at least I brought these with me, because so I'm gonna get this situated. I'm waiting for them. I'm basically waiting on the load now. I'm already seated in this truck, and I had to get a new mattress. That's a new mattress. It's, yeah, the other one, yeah, no, hell no. So other than that, waiting on the load.